Beautiful. Perfectamundo. All good. All right, so I'm just going to say hello to my friend Vic, and this way I'll know whether she's done it or not, because she's a bugger for not doing stuff. Okay, let's start. We'll start actually with a roll down. So a nice little kind of bend of the knees. We'll take a chin towards the chest. We'll just bring our hips backwards and our weight forward very, very slowly. Start taking your sit bones up towards the ceiling. So, because the knees softening a little bit, probably take it a little bit more into the hamstrings, hopefully not the back. And then we're just going to walk it out. And we're just going to come it onto our toes. Like bend your toes. And then we're going to do 4 counter cats. So try and have your hands slightly forward at the elbows so you're not taking too much pressure on the wrists. So remember, anything where you kind of load in is really good for bone density. So we're going to do something called bird dog in a sec. Now, some people don't like being on their wrists. Some people prefer to be on knuckles, but you can always play around with like your wrist kind of motion. But we're not doing loads. If you don't like it, you can do this exercise on the floor on your tummy. So you could do the same exercise where you push your pubic bone down, draw the belly in and lift and lower. Lift and lower. Or you can do it on 4-point kneeling. So just find which one you like, guys. They both have very good benefits for the back. We're just going to hold and then bring it back to centre. Remember, the neck is all part of the core, part of the spine. I'm excited because I'm going on my jollies. And hold. And then gently back. I think I'm going to repat my case, I've put too much in. And then again. And back in. Back in. So sometimes known as 4-point kneeling swimming as well. And back. Keep that gaze down. Now if you want it to be a bit more core, you can take one hand there, draw the tummy, try not to tilt the pelvis, and then bring one knee to opposite elbow. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6. So this is in the pink ribbon booklet. The only time you have to be slightly careful with being on wrist too much is if you're at risk of lymphedema. So always make sure that after you do wrist work that you really stretch your wrist out. 2, and 1. And then just come into a child's pose and just give your hands a pumping action. So just kind of take fingers into the palm and then circle your thumb, circle your next finger, your next finger, your next finger. Yeah, just to get that movement back. And then just have a little glide, side to side. And beautiful. Fabulous. So let's come over onto, we will do some weights, guys, but we'll do it at the end. We'll stay down since we're down. So we're just going to take the ball, place it between our inner thighs. If you haven't got a ball, a cushion or a yoga block, anything that helps keep the knees in alignment. So try not to let the knees flip out to the side. Have a little bit of a squeeze on the ball, but not like, yeah, just a nice little squeeze, more to get your knees in alignment. And then really push your big toe into the mat, the little toe, be very aware of the feet. And then gently, this lovely length across the collarbone. Take a little lower in the back into the mat, and then mobilising that spine away. So all about kind of back health. And then again in our bridge position, we've got this nice C curve, nice like a ski lift. And we're just going to take a breath in, ski slope. I can't speak, apologies guys. Breath in. Let's because I had two vermouth cocktails last night, and then slowly, slowly down. Beautiful. And then again, gently roll the lower back into the mat, give the ball a squeeze, come back up. So yeah, if you go to York, Janet, I know you and Dave often go off for days, it's a really fabulous, fabulous restaurant. And take a breath in, and slowly down. And on a Sunday, with 6 tapas for 30 quid, which I think is really good. And let's do 2 more, just in your own time. Lie down. And again. Breath in. Slowly down. Beautiful. On the next one, we're going to keep up. So come up into bridge, really walk the shoulder blades down, nice connection. Come up onto the balls of the feet, give your tailbone a little bit of a tuck, drop and lift. So drop, kind of come down onto about 4 or 5 vertebrae. So you're rolling down, not quite as far as your last rib. Rolling down and then lifting back up, rolling down and then back up. 8 more. Strengthening the bottom and the hamstrings. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the heels down, take a breath in. And slowly, slowly lower. Beautiful. Let's just take the ball away, take our arms out to capital T, glue the legs together, just take 4 supine spine stretches, back to centre, just to release any tension in the back. And 3 more. Sorry about the hedge cutting, someone's cutting the hedges I think outside. And 2, oh no, actually my husband is off today. And last one. And beautiful. Excellent. Okay, let's lengthen our legs. Let's take our head. So I'm just going to mention, just Vicky, if you are watching this, hun, I know you said straight legs sometimes is hard for you, so you can always do this with a bent knee. So ideally we want to feel like we're pushing our ribs down. So we want our ribs to be this really one solid unit. We don't want it to be coming apart. So the rib hopefully is on the mat, the rib cage, and then you've got a little gap underneath that lumbar area. Chin towards the chest. Draw the navel away from your hot pants. And lift. And lower. Out breath. In breath, lower. Do 8 more for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Just gently down. Just have a little hug into chest, and then we're going to grab our ball again, guys, and keep with that core work. If you don't want to put the ball underneath your legs, underneath your back, then you can just keep your lower back on the mat. So we're going to do some scissor for a change. We'll do single leg on the roller. So take one leg up nice and high, And if you take that other leg to about there, that's kind of, you're having to operate a little bit of core. Yeah, we're drawing the tummy in, and then we're just going to switch. Almost feel like you're holding. If you can balance and you need a little bit of protection more for your head, you can take your hands underneath your head. So the thing you're working on really here is that you're keeping your tummy engaged and you're not letting that pubic bone edge forward of the hip bone. So you don't have to go as low with the leg as I am, guys. If you feel that you lose the connection about there, then just go to there. Work on that lovely deep hamstring calf stretch by flexing the foot at the top. Let's do 8 singles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. And then just take again a nice hug into the chest. Take one foot down, then the other foot, lift up into bridge, take that ball away, very slowly start to restack the spine back down. And we're going to come over onto our sides and we'll try and work our body in kind of every plane, guys. So we're just going to take that bottom knee and bend it. We're going to really lengthen the top leg, lengthen the bottom hand, lengthen the top leg, direct opposition, keep that lift of the waist. And then lift for 12 and try and kind of just have that little hold at the top. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it, circle, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, circle back, 8, 7, 6, 5. So yeah, guys, I think you've got the weather as warm as we have this week. Certainly London and Edinburgh looks super hot as well. And hold, lengthen again, nearly there, just pulse for 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well done. Just take a little heel into butt. Take a lovely breath in. And out. In. And out. Well done. And then just come to lie back on your front. So we're just going to do some exercises just to really kind of strengthen and mobilise the shoulders. So we're going to push our pubic bone down into the mat. And our forearms are down into the mat as well in this position. We're going to keep our head down for this first 6. So you're drawing the tummy away from the mat and you're just lifting your forearms if you can. And then taking them forward and then circling back. I'm going to turn around, guys. I'm sorry, not my side first time. So again. So forehead down, draw the tummy in, take them overhead, keeping that shoulder mobility. And then again, almost like you're just swimming. For 3, 4, 5. And on the next one, on the 6, can you take the right hand to the opposite butt cheek and then the left hand to the opposite butt cheek? Just to see if you've got that range of motion. I always get cramp in my foot when I do this. And then relax. Just give your toes a little bit of a wiggle. That's more for me. And then let's do our down and abduction. So push your pubic bone down to the mat. Lead your fingertips down towards your feet. Draw that belly in. Really draw the navel to spine. Lift the forehead and the chest only a little bit. And we're going to take the right hand out to capital T and back to centre. We're going to take the left arm out and centre. Both hands together. Keep drawing that navel in. Keep strong through the core. Back in. Take the right hand out. Back in. The left hand. Back in. Both together. Hold. Back in. Just lower down. Have a little wiggle. Yeah. Let's go again. Push the pubic bone down. Lead the fingers down towards the toes. Draw the tummy in. Lift up. Take it out for 1. Back in. 2. You can always do these with little hand weights, but only like something like a kilo, not ones that we lift, that we're going to be lifting later. And again, out, back in, out, back in. Both together. Back in and lower. Nice little wiggle. Last one. Push your pubic bone down, draw the tummy in, slide the fingertips down, lift. Take 1 arm out, hold. Back in. 2. Back in. Go together. Back in and again. And down towards the floor. Have a nice windscreen wide, side to side. And I think I'm in the right position, guys, to do my other leg, I think. Yeah. So switch over onto that other side. We're going to really lengthen that top hand, lengthen that top leg, lift up this bottom waist. Yeah? I'll wait till you get a chance to turn over, guys. So try and keep the core engaged, try and keep the hip nice and level. You can either keep your hand there or there if you need more stability, or overhead to challenge yourself a bit more. Lift and lower. Lift, lower. Sun's just decided to come out. It's too warm in here when the sun's out. 4. 8 more. One, hold it, circle for 8. 4, 7, keep that waist lifted. 4, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, circle back. And then lengthen, pulse for 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well done. Bring that heel into butt. And we're just going to do one more exercise on the floor, guys, and then we're going to get up and do some of our leg work. So let's grab hold of your roller. If you haven't got a roller at home, then you can obviously do all these on the mat. Yeah, just lost my band. Okay, so some people take a little bit of time to get on the roller, so I'll just give you time to get on, guys. Always make sure that your head is right at the very end, yeah? So even if you're tall, generally you will have enough room for the bottom and the head to be on the roller. Yeah, and then just, again, just allow yourself, if you feel really tight in the shoulders or you know, your pectoral wall here feels all a bit low. If you've been crouched over picking kids up or working on computers, then it's nice to just lie here just for a few seconds. And I always think about just walking yourself all the way down. So your head, you want to have obviously that nice length of the neck, a little bit of a chin nod. this lovely length through the collarbones, so not allowing the shoulders to roll in. And then this rib cage is one big unit, and then your little pelvic imprint release, find neutral, and then we're going to work optimally through our core. Bring the right leg up and the left. Keep that core engaged. So I've got, I don't know if you can see, you won't be able to see on screen guys, but there's a gap underneath my lumbar spine and my ribs are pretty much down on the roller. So you can either bring your hands onto your hips or just keep your forearms down on the mat. And we're just going to take it into 10. Nice and slow. Just visualise how I do that even now. I visualise my tray of drinks and I don't want to spill any onto the mat and I don't want to spill any into my belly button. For 3. For 4. For 5. For 6. 4 more. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Beautiful. Take right foot down and left. Give yourself a nice pelvic imprint release. Release any tension in the back. And actually this will work quite nice before we do strength work if we do a little bit of mobility work on the roller. So let's just mobilise our neck. So let's just take our right ear to shoulder and then back to centre. Left ear to shoulder and then centre. 3 more each side. For 2. And 1. It really annoys me, the sound. I apologise guys if you can hear the hedge cutters. And then chin towards the chest and then chin to ceiling. Chin to chest, chin to ceiling. Chin to chest, chin to ceiling. Chin to chest and to ceiling. 4 more. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Well done. And then take both arms up towards the ceiling. Go into our scissor for 4. Aiming to get thumb as close to the ground as we can. 3. 2. 1. And then 4 helicopters. So down, circle. Bring them back up to me. And beautiful. And then just take the palms down. Bring the palms kind of along the floor up to shoulder height. Turn the palms up to ceiling and then bring them overhead. And then just release back down. Fabulous. Okay, let's come over off of the roller. Let's come over onto our front again. We'll just do 4 more cow to cats. Take a beautiful inhale into cow. And round into cat. And 3 more. For 2. For 1. Into our lovely downward dog. So into the downward dog position, take the right heel down and the left. And 2, 1. And then walk the hands back to your feet, but just rest there, just because we didn't really stretch our legs after side leg, and we are working them in a little bit now with the arms. So just have that little rock. You don't have to obviously have your hands down, guys. You can just take them to there if the hands don't touch the floor. And very softly restack the spine back up. Oh, ba-do. Okay, well done. I can't remember what I did with my hair, something weird. Right, let's just pick up a weight. We'll do a bit of balance work as well. So actually, before you pick up your weight, sorry, let's do a bit of balance work first, yeah? Let's just take it into our tree pose. So push your big toe into the mat and then just find your centre. Let's take our hands into prayer and then just hold. If you need to take your foot down and just put your big toe on the mat, you can. And we're just going to keep our gaze forward. We're going to lift up for 4, back to centre. For 3, 2, and 1. And then we're just going to take our foot over the other one. We're just going to bring our hips back, our weight forwards into that runner stretch. Breath in and gently up. Gorgeous. And then we're going to take our front foot, we're going to balance on that. So again, up into tree if we can. Find that centre. This time take your big finger, your thumb, your finger. And in. Or just laughing at Finn. I was like, 2 more sleeps to holiday. Like as if, baby. 3, 4, 3, 2, woo, and 1, well done. Take it over, and again, hips back, weight forwards, gently down. Last one, breath in, and gently restart. Sorry, just noticed I had something in my big toe. Okay, let's lift our weight. So just choose whichever one we're going to do. Biceps first, guys. Yeah. So let's just take 1 foot forward. Turn the palm up towards the ceiling. Oh, all of a sudden I felt like I've got no energy. Hang on, I've just done these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Now come to where we're, whoops. Don't break your neck before you go away, Joe. And 12 lunges. 11. And 10. And 9. And 8. And 7. And 6. 5. 4. 3. I've got to put a fluff on me all over it. 2. And 1. And switch. Again, just forward. And again. Down. I did notice actually, Jana, we're looking at the York Barbican, and on the 14th of December they've got a carol service. I thought, how beautiful would that be before Christmas? But it's due to 21st on the 13th of December, so I'm not sure what we're doing, if I'm honest. He probably wants to go out with his mates, not his older mum and dad. 3, 2, and 1. Well done. And then let's try this overhead one. So just grow a few inches if you can. Oh, I actually felt like I did that. And then just lift and lower. Lift, lower. Lift. 4, 5, 6. 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Other side. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Grab 2, guys. I'm just going to grab this other one into our, keep our rotate cuff muscles strong. Heels together like this. Draw the tummy in. Let's take it 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. And then we're going to do 1 abduction and then 1 front raise with this one. So we're going to go abduction and then front raise. Abduction this one, front raise. And then just abduction this one, abduction that one. It's too complicated. My brain's not, I've not had much sleep. 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, Cam Norris through, ain't it, Janet? It's good. Last one. Sorry, I think that other one went last one, wasn't it? And then front. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. And then last but not least, take 1 overhead, keep the rib cage down, and lift 1 for 20. 2, 1. Well done, beautiful. Take it down. Let's just do some nice stretches. Let's take it up nice and high. Really reach. Keep it straight if you can. Pull on that wrist. Push it out. And then back up, the hand that's up there, take it behind the back. So the same hand as the leg in front, the other one goes on top of the head and go into that real stretch of that neck. If you can tolerate it, try and take chin towards the chest as well. And just check your range of motion. How far up your back does your hand get? And then out in front, Bring it across the midline. Oh, I can't wait to dive in that sea. And then up, and then push in. We don't get to Greece, I think, till something like, I think we land at 10 past 10 or supposed to Wednesday night. Oh, 7 a.m. Oh, we'll be. We've got this little Airbnb. It's only like dead basic Greek, but it's right on the beach, so I'm going to get up the next day. Okay, reach up, pull. I like to get on the beach before there's anyone there, before it gets hot. I was debating whether to take, I used to go to always record, didn't I, Janet, when I were away, but I've got a different device now and it's a bit more cumbersome in my case, so I don't know, I might just rest. And then over. And then back to centre, and then out in front. Remember that one I did in Kefalonia where it were all like lovely visual and then big men came behind me? It's like other things are here. And then hold. And then last but not least, push down. And we're just going to get one final bit of movement. So, just take a couple of little circles, small levers, just to get that movement. And then a little bit of softness in the knee again, so nice wide, a bit wider than hip distance, chin to chest. We're just going to come back down. And we're just going to walk it into the plank position, straight onto your knees, flatten your feet, elbows come back, chest comes to ground, reach up. You might only want to go to bear, or if you can go up into full cobra, great. So just stretch the hips a bit, tuck the tailbone, take a beautiful in-breath. Back into plank, push the mat away, lift the hips nice and high, walk the hands back a little bit more, take the right heel down, bend the other knee, hold, and then switch. Switch one more time. And again. And then soften both knees, walk your hands back to your feet. Just have a little rock again. Lifting the toes into the heel, and then just lifting the heel a little bit. Lifting the toes, lifting the heels, and then soften the knees and gently, gently, just come as far as your knees, and then stick your bum in the air like you're in a cow pose, and then round into cat, and then cow, and cat. Two more, and slowly up, and let's take 2 big pelvic circles, and pelvic circle in the other direction, and thank you. Love to Serena, she'll shout at me if I don't say hello.